Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at Joy-Con drift and the apparent fix of it. I am confident in tackling this out. In fact, I have fixed and, well, I've tried to fix the Joy-Con issue myself. I've ordered tons of parts before like this, which you can get online. I've got a few Joy-Cons we can try it out on. I was thinking of doing it on this one because this one's quite bad, but this was more for display purposes. These ones I'm just going to break down and do something else with it, so I'm not that bothered. However, I do have these two, especially this one. It's really terrible on this one. We're going to be using thermal conductive pads, which you can get cheaply online, Amazon, etc. I got two sizes that came in the pack. You got a thin one, which is 1mm, and it seems to come already cut into little boxes, little squares, and this thick one, which you have to cut yourself. You can see I've already attempted to see what it's like. Yeah, we're just going to see if any of these work. The reason I went for this is because I watched Spawnwave's video, and he's pretty good at breaking down stuff, fixing them and giving tips. So shout out to John from Spawnwave. I'll leave a link down below on that video that I looked at. A lot of people saying, oh, put cardboard, etc. You want to put something that is going to be friendly to the Joy-Cons. In other words, something that's not going to melt or corrode and so forth, and something that is purpose made to be put under pressure. So these seem to be perfect. So the purpose of this video is to see if it works, to see if these pads will do the job, and also if it does work, try it on my brand new, well, I've had it since Monster Hunter came out. Try it on my brand new Joy-Cons, which are not drifting yet, but maybe I can future-proof it. Also, I want to see if these Joy-Cons have, I'm sure you've seen it already online, there's some foam on these areas. I just want to see if they've got it, and whether that's an indication that Nintendo were trying to fix it or not. So yeah, it's a fun video. If you like what you've seen so far, please subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video. It really help out. I do a lot of things like this. Like I said, I do customizing videos. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please leave comments down below, and yeah, let's crack on. I've had these Joy-Cons ever since they came out on the 28th of July 2017. I remember the date because it was the same day that Splatoon 2 came out. I've been very careful with them, they've worked fine, but I've noticed that after not using them for a while, they started to drift, especially the left one is really bad, as you can see on the screen right now. It just is possessed. The right one, however, seems to be a lot better in comparison, and I've noticed from experience it's usually the left one that goes a bit haywire. Now the reason could be because you use the left stick more than the right during gaming, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna open both of them and I'm gonna try and fix both of them. So where we have the thermal conductive pads, one I believe is 2mm, the other one's 1mm. We're gonna try first with the 2mm, see if it does the job. The 1mm is pretty good because it seems to be already pre-cut, so that's useful. So yeah, let's go ahead. I have sped up this video because I do value your time, and it's pretty boring watching me open a Joy-Con. Other than that, if you do like seeing things being taken apart in real time, just let me know in the comments below. Now, if you've never done this before, it's worth taking your time. I haven't bothered removing or disconnecting any of the ribbon cables from the rail or anything like that, because I've done this many times, so I'm quite confident, and plus I've got some spare parts if I do mess it up. So I've cut the 2mm, so I'm sticking it down. I've tried to measure it the right size, so we're going to attempt to close it. Sadly, 2mm is way too thick, so I'm going to stick to the recommended size of 1mm. Now luckily, like I said, the 1mm comes already pre-cut in little boxes, and it so happens that it fits 4 squares to cover the back of the Joy-Con stick. It already feels a lot better, so let's take it for a test drive. Let's tighten the screws. Let's see. So far, so good. It feels really good. It seems to be responding a lot better. Right, time to calibrate. That is so much better. It's like brand new. Right, let's go a bit mental with it. And man, it's perfect. And it doesn't feel like it's bulging or anything. It's just perfect. It does feel like there is something inside because the plastic's bulging a bit, but other than that, you don't really notice it in the stick. The stick's really responsive. Now, if this is something that essentially fixes the problem for the longest period of time, then this could be a good remedy. And it sure beats having to buy new ones and having to replace the actual stick components and so forth. But only time will tell, really. So far the operation has been a success. This is good, but not good enough. It's too thick and it won't work. It won't close the Joy-Con. This one, however, is perfect, and it comes already pre-cut, which makes the job a lot easier. Fantastic. So now we're gonna do the right Joy-Con. Again, this is just to future-proof it and to just inspect it as well. Again, I'm not gonna bother removing the ribbon cables from anything. I'm just gonna go straight into it. And it seems that Nintendo have been using those foam strips for the longest time. Like I said, I bought these back at the end of July 2017 when Splatoon 2 came out. So it seems that Nintendo have been using them. Now, whether these are to fix the Joy-Con drift or not, I don't know. If you know what they're for specifically, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I'm going to place the remainder of the conductive pads and very slowly and gently put it back together and close it. Now, if you know what you're doing and you're quite good at dismantling and putting things back together, this should be a pretty straightforward repair. It's definitely easier than having to replace the sticks, which I've done many times before, and you really have to go deep into the Joy-Con and remove parts and so forth. This is literally just open it very carefully, placing things to one side. You can do it without removing the ribbons like I've done, and then removing the battery very carefully, disconnecting it, lifting up the middle plastic very gently, and carry out the procedure. So it feels slightly tight, but it should have done the job. Let's test it. Right, so we've opened the right Joy-Con. We've seen that it does have those foamy bits that have been circulating online. Again, this Joy-Con wasn't giving me so much trouble, but I thought I might as well open it and just see what's inside and also future-proof this one as well. Now, we're going to carry out the same operation on these brand new Joy-Cons. They are the Monster Hunter Rise ones that came with the console. You're probably thinking this guy is mad. I am a bit mad. I'm still gonna do it. After repairing the left Joy-Con, the green one, we can see that this issue is resolved with the thermal conductive pads. So upon opening the left Joy-Con, we see that it doesn't have the foam stuck to the back of the plastic like we saw on the right one, on the pink one. So this could be an indication of why left Joy-Cons go quicker than right ones. Let me know in the comment section down below. So here we go, we've got a 4x4. They're pretty much the perfect size for this little job. And again, this material, the thermal conductive pads, they're perfect for electronics because they're purposely built. They're nice and spongy as well, so they don't lose their elasticity, I suppose. Whereas if you use something else, it might wear off after time. And you don't want to put something in that's gonna either corrode it or short circuit the board. Now when closing this Joy-Con, you have to be really careful with one of the ribbons. Make sure it's nicely tucked in, because otherwise when you're closing it back, the screw will pierce through it. Just be patient and take your time, and you will feel the middle plastic bit that sits the shoulder button just click into place. I use these Joy-Cons a lot with the console in handheld mode, so that's partially the reason why I've applied this fix to them, because I just wanted to see if through a lot of wear and tear it is a good solution. Again, anything's better than either spending money on Joy-Cons, sending them for repair, which in the UK you have to pay for, it's not covered, or having to buy thumbsticks in bulk just to fix them, and yeah, it's an absolute pain having to replace those. This is so much easier. The only possible reason that this should stop working is that the padding has pushed the back of the Joy-Con stick so much that it's worn off all of the strip components within, but it's a risk I'm willing to take at this rate, and plus it's worked straight away. Last but not least, the right Joy-Con, Monster Hunter Edition. Now it'd be interesting to see if this one does have the foam strips inside. Let's check it out. So what we do is we remove the battery, so we can remove that bit. It does have the strips, so it seems to be that it's the right Joy-Cons that have those strips. We put the padding down, we straighten it up a bit, then very gently put it back. Make sure it fits. Be wary of the R shoulder button because it's very fiddly, it will fall off. Do not lose that spring. This is why I've got magnet strips lying around, so if it goes anywhere, hopefully it catches it. Again, just take your time. Close it very gently, softly. Put everything back in its place. I believe that's the NFC reader. Make sure it slots in nicely. Alright, close it. Again, you might get a bit of a bulge there. You squeeze it nice and tightly. A good tip is to test all the buttons, especially the ones sitting on the rail, because those, if the ribbon cable snaps, which is very easily done, I've done it many times, then those buttons will stop working and you won't get any light from the side of the rail. Also with the right Joy-Cons, it's worth testing if the NFC has been damaged or not during repair. This one seems to be working, fantastic. It read my amiibo. We're gonna try the other one. And jackpot, fantastic, it works. Please check out VK's channel because he was the one who found the remedy to this. I will leave a link. You might as well subscribe to his channel. His channel is awesome. He's got a lot of good breaking down videos. Also, Spawnwave, who is an absolute legend. I follow a lot of his videos. He's very inspiring. And if you want to learn how to break stuff down, check him out. Anyway, that's it guys. I hope this video was useful. Hopefully it's not just a band-aid and the issue will come back to haunt us all. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, please leave a comment. I'd be interested to see what are your thoughts on the matter. Please share this video as well if you found it useful. Nintendo, you're welcome, we fixed it for you. We do a lot of custom videos, a lot of teardowns, a lot of unboxings, and we do have the odd chat here and there about the gaming industry. Also, if I find any issues with the Joy-Cons, I will do a follow-up video to give you guys posted. So stay tuned and keep on gaming.